All right, guys, I am back, and this is the start of my next design team project for Crafty Cat, and I am using her Rustic Numbers kit. And full disclosure, I have backed these, but my printer put in lines, and so I obviously printed it before I even realized that happened. But I showed Paul, and he's like, yeah, I don't really care, because he's just going to be writing on it. So if this were going out for sale, then I would totally like reprint it, but it's not. It's going to him. So let me just show you the kit. And if you wouldn't mind just kind of ignoring that the backside has lines, because that is not how it normally prints. That is not part of the kit, okay? All right, so, and I can't even remember how many page kit this is. For some reason, I want to say it's like 18. But it's been a little bit since I printed it out. So let's get started. And all these backgrounds do come, I think maybe, no, they come in a variety of her kits. So I apologize. But again, I will put a link to her shop so you can go check those out. Okay. So isn't that cool? I love the way that turned out. Like it's almost 3D-ish. I bet you the camera won't pick it up real well, but yeah. So I don't know why my Epson printer does that when it's like coffee dye type papers. Isn't that cool? And I think in her video when she launched this kit, she said what that was. But I think she took a lot of these pictures while she was out this summer. Let's turn it right side up so you can see it, huh? Isn't that cool? I just love all of that. Very, very cool. And I have some more trimming to do. I just trimmed a bunch of them because at the same time, my printer left little black things at the corner. I'm having kind of some issues with my Epson. That's kind of one of the only things I really don't care for with this Epson printer is that I have to realign it a lot. But I love the affordability of it. So yeah, I'll trim all those down a little bit more off of film like that. I missed it a little bit because I like to cut several at a time. So isn't that cool? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the camera will never do justice to how cool this kit is. Because you can really see the dimension in it. I don't know, like, again, if the camera will pick it up, but it's a very cool kit. Is that the same one? Nope, different. Okay. Wasn't sure if I messed up and printed twice. Anyways. Okay, and so then here's the ephemera. You get 3 pages of those. So there's a pocket, tag, and then some, I will probably use these as pockets as well. And then a couple more tags here. And I have printed this on the parchment cardstock that I get at Office Depot in a big pack of like 500. So then here's a couple more pockets and then a banner of sorts. I'm not sure how I'm going to use that piece yet, but I might go ahead and just cut the numbers out. I'm not sure. Okay, guys. So normally I would kind of, oh, see here, that's what my printer was doing. So that's actually not part of the kit, but yeah. But since it's going to Paul and he's using it as what it's supposed to be, you know, all of our journals are supposed to, oh, looks like is that my printer as well? Probably. Yeah, sometimes my printer does that. And you can kind of tell up here in the corner. So yeah, but I would normally not, I would do a whole new reprint when that happened. But again, since it's going right to Paul, staying in-house, if you will, yeah, I'm not going to worry about it, like reprinting the whole kit again. And I say that, and I probably will end up reprinting it because I'm kind of goofy that way. Okay, so we are going to build the cover. This is my normal pizza box, like frozen pizzas that we eat a lot during the summer because we're like so busy. So I have cut them 4 pieces at 9 by 6 And normally, or it's just right over 6, but by the time we get the spine and everything in there. So I've cut 4 pieces, 2 for the front, 2 for the back. And then he doesn't want a huge journal, so we're going to do a 1-inch spine. Okay, so those are my 2 pieces here. So in the past, I've put them together a little bit differently than what I'm going to do now. And you'll have to bear with me a little bit because obviously he doesn't want anything frilly. And so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for the outside yet as far as putting the spine together. But so what I do is I just take them and I glue quite a bit around the edges, like getting as close to the edge without spilling over. And I just put it down there. And then I kind of just set it up there. And I kind of move it around like that until I get it kind of spread out. And then I line them up together. And then I take my bone folder, which I should have already had out, but I don't. And I try to go all the way to the edges, kind of smudging out the glue. And I normally have a paper towel ready too, but you know, lately it doesn't seem to be happening. So I'm just going to glue all these pieces together. And as we do that, we'll kind of just oh, now I lost my train of thought. So apparently you need to ignore me for a little bit and just follow what my hands are doing. Okay. Line them up, squish it out. Oh, Aleene's glue. You can totally use Aleene's glue too. I like using Aleene's on these kind of things too. I'm using the, and when I say Aleene's, I'll show you my bottle. The Aleene's I like to use is this one, the brown bottle one. Okay. I have tried the clear, like gel type one, not a fan. But again, I will always say that is a personal preference. You will discover which glues you like the best and what glues you have available to you. I just use the glues that I like the best, which happens to be my ultimate favorite is the Aleene's on almost everything. And then art glitter glue, and then fabric, actually my glue stick is one of my favorites too. Okay, I do burnish them down pretty good, just to make sure that they're really good and stuck together. And then you're gonna have to give it a few minutes. A few minutes to dry. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick one at random for the cover. And I need my little sheet here because we're making it boy, remember? But we can't, so what we have to do, basically, since it's boy, we have to make it more boyish than girlish, right? So I'm going to be using some gears here. This pack came from Walmart in their button section, okay? Do a little bit of that, but before we do that, we're going to take my gear stencil and we're going to put gears on this with I'm using modeling paste, but you could use pretty much anything you want. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It was $12.99. I'm not sold on it completely because it's got kind of a sheen to it when it's dry, which the paint has trouble adhering to. But since we're not really using the, like we're not painting on this one per se, like on this portion of it, then I'm okay with it. I'm even having ear issues. Like, Like I can hear just fine, but then it goes like silent. Then it gets really loud again. I don't know. Do you guys ever have issues like that? Kind of weird. So everything here is status quo, I guess. Whatever that whole new normal looks like, right? I am going to go over just a little bit so that we really get that definition on the edge of that. And this is a Tim Holtz stencil. Okay. Pick that up, like so. And then I'm going to try, I think I want it this way. I'm going to try to bring it over to where I'm not kind of getting it in there. Now I'm going to avoid this top piece here so it doesn't put like a delineation in it. And if I put anything up there, then I'm going to go ahead and put just kind of smooth it out. If that makes any sense whatsoever. No, it doesn't. No, and I did exactly what I said I wasn't going to do, didn't I? Well, you know. So what I'm going to do to kind of fix that is maybe take this, kind of go right over the top of some of those, right there to kind of break it out. Just add a little bit here. If we need to clean it up a little bit more, we can. Yeah, I think it'll still be okay. Okay, set that aside, maybe. Set it on our glue book. Okay, I'm going to kind of go through here and clean up a little bit here. I'm not worried about this area because that's not going to be on there, and I'm not necessarily worried about the inside. What I'm mainly worried about is taking some of this down, maybe kind of getting rid of some of it, just smoothing it out, because in the long run it's not going to matter that much. I'm just going to kind of smooth down in through here a little bit. I'm going to just kind of take through here and smooth down the edges. Actually, I'm not crazy about this portion right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and smooth it down, kind of knock it off, knock it down. Like so. I think that'll be okay. And I'm going to knock this down a little bit, kind of blend it down, so it's not quite so obvious that it was ending. I don't know. We may end up redoing it. I don't know. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gears, because I think for the most part, I want to avoid about 1 inch over from where the spine is, because I can overlap a little bit with some like different decoration, but I want to kind of try to keep that as flat as possible through this area, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not really for sure what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna find some of my flatter of these guys. Those are obviously not flatter, but what I'm saying is not, there's one in here that's got like this huge ball on it. This one I'll do. Oh, it's the same one. Haha. Must have used up all those other ones. So I guess we get quite a few of these. That's all right, right? Okay. So I'm just going to start gluing these on, and I'm not actually going to worry much about like glue seepage or anything like that. Okay. Just going to go on top here. And again, I'm going to avoid the edge there. Bringing some of these up. Like so. All right, I think I'll just have to do another big one of those, like right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and have to pause the video so that I can dry this thing. Okay, we're going to need another one of these because I want them kind of close together. Oh, hold on, I got to wipe off my hands. So I don't think I said, but I hope you guys are all doing well. Like I said, we're kind of just hanging out and living, I guess. Gracie's doing her in class 2 days a week, and she had weights yesterday and can't walk today. She says the only part of her body that doesn't hurt is her thighs, and those are the things she worked the hardest. So we're kind of anticipating tomorrow she's not going to be able to walk. Poor baby. I think I'll make her an Epsom salt bath tonight. Last night was totally weird. I went into the bedroom because I was cold, and so I was going to snuggle in bed for a little bit and then get up and finish things because Paul left this morning for his OTR stuff. And so yeah, I laid back, was watching a movie, and totally passed out. Like cold. And I was out cold until around, I want to say probably 11, no, it was about midnight. And then I woke up, was up till about 2, went back into the bedroom because I try to, if I wake up like that, I try to stay basically away from Paul so it's not, I'm not waking him up. So yeah. Okay, so 2, 4, 6. Okay, so we want to break that up just a little bit. So I think I'm going to start stacking a little bit. How weird is it to put a heart on a guy's journal? I don't really care. If it's the only part he hates, you know. We'll be doing good, right? And of course he wouldn't hate it, but oh, you need to stick down there. Do not make me get the E6000 out. Oh, here's a metal one. Oh, that's kind of left field, I think. Maybe one up there. Okay, then I think we'll call that portion good. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. Sorry, I was going to make a really funny joke there, but it's probably wholly inappropriate. Anyways, okay, so I'm going to like just let this dry for a few minutes, and then we will come back and finish the front cover portion. Hopefully. All right, guys, see you in a few minutes. All right, guys, this is pretty well dry. I'm having a little bit of slippage issue with these, but I think once, oh, they're better now. Once everything's on there, I think we'll be fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the dratted, oh, wait a minute. I know I have an open Mod Podge somewhere. Oh, well, guess we're going to open this one too. And we'll just have 2 open ones. That sounds ridiculous. Yes, I know, but... And I just realized that the boy returned a bunch of my stuff, and he knows where it goes, but he didn't put it where it goes. Silly boy. Yeah, he used a bunch of my stencils. And he knows what box I got them out of, but do you think he put them in there? No, he didn't. Okay. I'm going to go slow. And this paper is the paper, like the masking paper that you get from Home Depot. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and go in this direction across, and I'm going to leave this on for the spine. We're going to try to maybe reinforce that just a little bit there. So I'm just going to put a little Mod Podge up here. And by little, I mean my customary a lot. Because I never know exactly how much or where to put stuff. Because I do want to be able to kind of push it down into the grooves of the stencil that we just made. And I'm kind, like I said, I'm kind of hoping it works, that it kind of goes on down in there. And I think it, once I saturate the paper, I think that'll work. Yeah, it's kind of starting to come through a little bit. And I'm using this paper because it's thinner. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and flip this around a little bit. So I'm working in this direction. Being right-handed and all. Okay, I'm going to pull it up. Oh, I've got like, sorry guys, I've got kind of the belches today. So hopefully it doesn't, one doesn't sneak up and sneak out. That would not be cool. I saw something similar to this. Not exactly this. With Dawn at the Book Vandal. She has a really pretty lavender book that she did a couple months ago. Guys, you should totally go watch that series. It is gorgeous. You know, it might have been closer to a year now that she made that. Okay, I don't know if you can kind of start telling. I don't care about the wrinkles because it'll add to it. But can you kind of see how our stuff is kind of starting to pop up? Like you can kind of see where it's lighter in color. Not quite sure how this is going to go. So I'm going to go with my customary, just douse the crud out of it. And we'll see where it goes, okay? I might regret it. I might have to do another coating. But I'm kind of hoping that if it's wet enough, it just kind of molds itself, if that makes any sense. Okay, now I'm give it plenty of space to kind of go down and around, maneuver. I want you to be able to tell its gears, but I don't think I necessarily want it to break the paper like I just did. I think that's okay though. I don't know, there might be an easier way to do this. some of you more experienced media, that's what I'm looking for, mixed media, there you go, experts might actually know a better way of doing this stuff. I do not. Not even gonna lie about it. It's kind of, I mean, I do bits and pieces of mixed media, right? Like I've done a few things, but this is literally a first for me. Let's see if I put some of that down in there. I have a feeling we're going to have to kind of work it down in there to get any definitions. Kind of looks like a big old mess right now, doesn't it? Like I said, I'm kind of hoping that the paper's thin enough to kind of sink down into those crevices and yet have some definition. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in these pieces here. I don't think I put it all the way out here. So we'll get some more Mod Podge going here. And again, I'm not worried about wrinkles, not in the slightest. And yes, I am using a lot of Mod Podge because I want it to really be wet and sink down into those things that we just used, the stencils. Okay, now we let it dry. All right, guys, I will be back in a little bit when this seems to be drier, and then we will get started on the other pieces. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, guys, I am back for a little bit. We're gonna, this is probably gonna be a couple of video thing, I think. So I was gonna try to use these, the distressing sprays, but they're not showing up as brightly, I think, as I would like them to. So I got out my Incredible without the C, because apparently I can't talk today either. So I'm gonna take these and just see what happens when we kind of go in through these. Oh yeah, that's darker. And remember, these are heat set ones. So I'm going over the top of the Mod Podge. As you could tell, that side isn't quite dry yet, but I'm just trying to put in some colors to deepen it up. And then I think my final like sealing coat, I think I'm actually going to just spray it with my sealant. So these little brushes, I got mine at the dollar store. And then my mom gifted me some, I believe, from her birthday. I don't know. So one thing I do like about these Incredibles is that they do blend out really well, because I don't know if they're more of like an oil base or something. I'm not really sure. But yeah, they blend out and blend beautifully. Again, you have to heat set them. And I like the way the colors of these blend in. And yes, I know it's not dry, but I'm gonna use my ink anyways. It's not wet enough to like cause harm, so to speak, to the ink pad. It's not like drippy or anything like that. So, and I do have some repair work and stuff I'm gonna have to do up in there. I'm gonna leave that spot dry, or to dry a little bit more. What we're doing right now, excuse me. I just ate and I seem to, like, every time I eat, having some issues. Let's put a little bit of this one in there. Okay. I used a lot of these inks back in September. If you'll remember, the little butterfly journal that I made. Or it wasn't butterfly. What was it? It was Nikki's kit. No, I apologize. No, I can't think of the name of it. Naturalist, I think, was the kit. So, and then if I remember, I will put in a website link into the description box. Typically, I don't do that on design team stuff, but since this one doesn't have an Etsy shop, it runs just off of a website, and their website is, I'll show you here. It's bandjsartstamps.com. Okay, let's do the lighter one. I think I have a few other lighter ones up in there. I'm going to use a little bit of that red down in there. I'll just see what that does. that looks pretty, doesn't it? Do a little bit here and brush it down in there. Now let's see what we can do. Use that as like a highlight one. Now that we kind of know what it does. Let's take a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and brush this out. Okay, now I want to go back in. I think I have another brown. Or there's a black. I don't know what this one is. Where do I find the colors? I know that I found them once before. Oh, maple cream. It's right above the barcode. Okay, so midnight blue and bold black. So I think we'll use a little bit of bold black. Let's see what else do I got over here. Yeah, my lady really set me up. Purple eggplant. I need those. Let's see, what is this? Passport green, midnight blue, already did that one, and regal burgundy. A little too much, I think, for this one. What's that one? Midnight blue. And then just greens. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of black, and then I'm going to go back over it with the brown a little bit to kind of deepen those in. And then we'll use those two to kind of highlight them back out. And then we'll just see what we got. And then we'll, like I said, we'll kind of call it a video. And in the meantime, I might go ahead and just finish this. And I plan to use it just how I've been using the other ones. Okay, so I'm going to go really light. Maybe inside the gears. Blend it down. Ooh, that's a dark, dark, dark. Really dark. See if we can blend that down even more. Oh, I am loving that. I'm not loving this piece here, but maybe once I get it kind of blended on down in there, maybe that I'll like it a little more. Yeah, I do think I'm gonna have to go back over it with the brown a little bit to kind of lighten it back up, but I do like how the dark is really going down in there into the crevices. Okay, I wish I'd put on the black first and then went in there, so we might have to do a little bit more of some detail here. Kind of pulling the teals and stuff back out, but I will say that those colors really did get pulled back out after I put on the clear coat last time. Yeah, I don't think I need that dark one. I think what I need is the lighter colors again. Let's try this one. And this one is the Harvest Gold. This back in there too. Kind of washed all of that out of there. Okay. All right, not loving it. I think I went a little too dark. That black, I think, just went a little bit too far. So let's try adding a little bit of the red up in there, see what that does. Okay, that's better, that's better. Now this one's maple cream, so let's see what we get with maple cream. I may totally regret this one in case it's like way too much. Sorry, I'm awfully quiet. That maple cream kind of puts like a mapley color on it. Oh no. Get that out of there. Do you see that? Oh man. Oh, what a nightmare. What a nightmare. If you can name that movie, you'll get bonus points. And double bonus points if you know who said it. This is black. Now Agent Earth. Okay. All right, now I'm just starting to make a mess of this area. I wonder what would happen if I just took a paper towel and try to rub it out. Oh my. Interesting effect though, huh? I can honestly say I don't really like that. But it's an interesting effect nonetheless. It's interesting. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to run through here and add some more ink and just kind of keep playing. And I will let you guys go for the day. And then we will just be back tomorrow, hopefully with a better cover, if that's possible. So thank you for hanging and sticking with me. Yeah, hopefully this gets better and not worse like it feels like right now. Okay, guys, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.